I'm Brandi Kruse. Welcome to an undivided special report. I spent 48 hours in the city of Portland, mostly outside an ICE facility there that has now become the center of national intrigue over how the Trump administration plans to respond to nightly protests and riots against federal agents carrying out lawful immigration efforts. Depending on what side of the political aisle you're on or what media you consume, you might have drastically different perceptions about what's happening right now in Portland. So as someone who's covered Antifa and political extremism in Seattle for 15 years, I wanted to go down to Portland, assess things for myself, and show you what's happening so you can make up your own mind. There's been some form of protest outside the ICE facility here in Portland every day for more than 100 days. Sometimes it looks like this. Other times like this. Can I ask you why you're here?
Because what they're doing is wrong.
But nuance is nearly impossible to capture in today's political and media climate. And those who put partisan politics over critical thinking will find themselves believing one of two versions of reality. The first is that of President Donald Trump, who likened the situation here to a war zone, writing, "I'm directing Secretary of War Pete Hegseth to provide all necessary troops to protect war-ravaged Portland and any of our ICE facilities under siege from attack by Antifa and other domestic terrorists. I'm also authorizing full force if necessary." In response to that, Oregon Governor Tina Kotek said this.
Contrary to President Trump's latest social media post, Portland is not war-ravaged. There's no insurrection. There's no threat to national security, and there's no need for military troops. Military service members should be dedicated to real emergencies.
As is usually the case, the truth is somewhere in the middle. Portland isn't a war zone per se, but pretending that everything here is just fine is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh no, you got some light in your eyes,
U.S. Senator Ron Wyden, a Democrat, posted this video a few hours after President Trump's announcement, writing, "Taken just a few minutes ago outside the ICE facility in Portland that Trump claims is under siege. My message to Donald Trump is this: we don't need you here. Stay the hell out of our city." Now, had Senator Wyden stood in the same spot just a day later, he would have seen this.
Our community wants you out. Kidnapper. Your boss is a pedophile. You touch women like rapists. Bye. Criminals.
But of course, that doesn't fit the narrative. And maybe he hoped people wouldn't notice that in the video he posted, all the windows at the ICE facility are boarded up. Even businesses in the area are worried about vandalism from the crowd. This homeless outreach center has signs on every single window begging rioters not to break them. Again, if everything is peaceful and there are no problems, why would those signs be necessary? But it's Oregon Governor Tina Kotek who took lies of omission to a whole new level.
Military service members should be dedicated to real emergencies. And that's exactly what I said to the president when I asked him to stand down from sending federal troops into our city. But just in case that phone call wasn't enough, I thought I would take to the streets myself right here in downtown Portland. I'm standing just blocks away from the waterfront, overlooking the beautiful Willamette River. Portland City Hall, the federal courthouse, and dozens of shops and restaurants here in the central city.
Nice, except for two things. The area she's walking around in is nearly 2 miles from the ICE facility. She either hopes people won't know that or that they don't care enough to check. And even if she's trying to make a broader point about Portland as a city being safe, that's not true either. Governor Kotek's staff posted these two pictures of her marching through downtown Portland on Sunday to protest Trump's threat of sending in the military. Both are cropped very closely, and for good reason. The wider picture isn't pretty. All right, Tara, you come down here all the time. You live in Portland. Tara Fowle is a photographer who spends her time documenting Portland's drug and homeless crisis. She shows things as they are, without embellishment.
I can actually show you a spot where one of the first George Floyd riots came through, and one of the first windows that got broken. They just now unencased the glass from that.
Tara took me on a walk around downtown.
So this building here was a huge squatter den for drug users. I guess they can't get anyone to buy it who actually wants to use it now.
Even though I've spent years covering Seattle's worsening homeless and drug crisis, what I saw in Portland almost brought me to tears.
How long would you say this has been like this?
There is block after block of empty storefronts.
And it says, we're open, just letting you know.
Yeah.
We might be covered in...
So you know, we look like a shack, but there's people inside.
The smell of urine and feces is almost unbearable.
It smells like urine down here.
It's actually not that bad right now.
Oh, what is that?
That's shit. That's human shit. Somebody stepped in it.
And the human suffering is obvious and impossible to avoid, which makes this show and tell from the governor not only deceitful, but genuinely sad. In fact, take a look at that monument in the park where Governor Kotek rallied with fellow Democrats on Sunday. It's called Battleship Oregon Memorial. We went back there the very next day to find a homeless man curled up underneath it.
What is the thumbs up?
Breathing.
Okay.
Not the pretty picture Governor Kotek is trying to paint for the nation.
Portland, Oregon is a beautiful, vibrant, successful city. We are not a war zone.
But back to the actual ICE facility, again, nearly 2 miles away. The governor says they can handle the situation without federal intervention, writing, "I have been abundantly clear that Portland and the state of Oregon believe in the rule of law and can manage our own local public safety needs." Except they aren't. A day after President Trump's threat to send in the military, we watched as protesters took over the street in front of the ICE building. Portland PD sent in a few bicycle officers to gently try to clear the roadway. They gave up in less than a minute.
Do not violate the civil rights of American citizens.
That left federal police no other option but to clear the crowd themselves in order to get employees out of the building. If Portland were indeed able to manage their own public safety needs, then local police would deal with criminal acts outside the facility, maintain order, and eliminate any need for the feds to get involved at all. Even some protesters said that would be preferable.
So would it be different to you if Portland police decided to come in and do whatever to clear the area than if the feds came in? Would you have less of an issue if Portland PD does it?
Well, we're not breaking the law. We're not going against any laws by protesting. It's not a crime.
But if there are any sort of criminal acts, would you be better if Portland PD takes care of them than
I
the feds?
prefer that our own police force takes care of our own problems.
Instead, Portland police have had a very small presence in the area for the past 100 days, occasionally moving in to make targeted arrests of more serious lawbreakers like this one we saw Sunday night. Portland Police Chief Bob Day echoed the sentiments of Democratic lawmakers, saying, hey, the city has things handled.
I just want to emphasize, this is one city block. City of Portland is about 145 square miles. This is one city block. And even the events that are happening down there do not rise to the level of attention that they are receiving.
But if it's only a block, why won't he direct his officers to clear the roads so federal agents don't have to? Not to mention, the city's inaction is leaving some residents in the area feeling completely helpless.
They break the noise ordinances, and the city of Portland won't do anything about it.
Yeah.
But it's not about me, it's about my neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
So my girlfriend, she's a beautiful woman that's in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of other women that are here that they're just afraid to come out. They will not come out without me. So they all text me like when they're gonna come outside, because they're afraid of what these people are gonna do to them.
Yeah.
So I come out and I accompany them. So.
And you've been doing that for months?
Yeah.
Wow. Have you guys tried to reach out to the city just to...
They don't do, well, the one woman, Cloud,
Yeah.
She had the lawsuit. They lost it. They lost the lawsuit.
Yeah.
And the city of Portland said that they don't have to enforce the noise ordinances or anything, and they literally do nothing.
And protesters, many of them don't seem bothered by the plight of neighbors.
This is my city. This is my neighborhood. What are you doing in my neighborhood, mother?
What would your message be to
some of the people in that building who it is their neighborhood too and they're frustrated?
The woman right there is in full support. That is her.
Yeah, there's definitely a couple of people. There are some who are in support, but some aren't. So what would your message be to them who feel differently than you?
I am so sorry, but this is what is necessary right now for genuine change to happen. I'm sorry for the noise right now, but as long as people are getting hurt, innocent people are getting hurt, we have to make noise. You can put earplugs in to go to sleep. That's about it. I'm sorry, if you care about your community, you'll shut your goddamn mouth, or you'll be on the front lines with us, protecting more people.
I know I talked to a couple of them who are from their home, and thank you for answering. Because there definitely are people in that building who are frustrated, as you know. Like I talked to a woman in a wheelchair today who she says she feels like she can't move around and can't get to where she needs to go.
That is also because these people are here. If the fascists were not here,
one second.
anti-fascists.
We're having a nice conversation, and I'm actually having a conversation. Can you not?
Well,
break
no.
the ice?
I'm having a conversation with you. Yeah. Keep going with that, guys. Shine it more in our eyes, please.
Okay, then I'm not going to let you share what you're going to say. I mean, I'll put this on Facebook, but
Perfect.
if he's going to do that, I'm not going to.
Keep following me so we can shine it more in our eyes.
Yeah.
Because you are in our neighborhoods, you don't give a about those people. If you gave a about those people, you'd care about the gases that are getting into their homes.
Now, of course, the president's comments need to be critiqued as well.
Portland, Oregon, where it looks like a war zone. And I get a call from the liberal governor, "Sir, please don't come in. We don't need you." I said, well, unless they're playing false tapes, this looked like World War II. Your place is burning down. I mean, you must be kidding. "Sir, we have it under control." I said, "You don't have it under control, Governor, but I'll check it, and I'll call you back." I called her back. I said, this place is a nightmare. Probably, it's certainly not the biggest, but it's one of the worst. It's brutal. They go after our ICE people, who are great.
First, the assertion that Portland is a war zone is off base. It's hyperbole. There is a small area of the city that has become an unsafe environment for federal agents trying to carry out immigration efforts. Agents have been met with hostility on a nightly basis for months on end, including assaults on those agents that have led to federal charges against roughly 24 people.
Go home, Katie.
Go.
Go home, Katie.
Out of you.
Go home, Katie.
You are not welcome or safe here. Bye.
Journalists have also been assaulted in the area repeatedly, not to mention other violent attacks, all caught on camera, many of them by black-clad rioters who do associate themselves with the Antifa movement, which is now considered domestic terrorism. But most of those who've shown up here have done nothing more than exercise their First Amendment rights, which they should be able to do without fear that the U.S. government will use force against them. So at what point does this all end, and how? Whether the situation here in Portland warrants the use of military assets is well worth a debate, an honest debate. But pretending that what's happening is a figment of the right's imagination is not only dishonest, it's dangerous and ultimately unproductive. Thank you for watching this Undivided special report. We'll continue to have coverage on our regular live episodes of Undivided, Monday through Thursday, 12 p.m. Pacific time, across all of our Undivided platforms, YouTube, Facebook, X, Locals, and Patreon. If you'd like to support content like this, sign up to become an Undivided subscriber. Go to undividedpod.com, undividedpod.com, and just click on the banner that says support the show.